first step in completing this assignment is Googling your cartoon character. All right, so I'm going to save this. Save image as. I think on your Chromebooks you can control click or command click, and or you could drag it to save. So once that is saved, I'm going to go to PhotoPea.com. If you haven't used PhotoPea yet, it may ask you to add the extension to Google Chrome. So just go ahead and do that. Once I'm in PhotoPea, I go to File, and I go to Open. I locate my Bart Simpson image that I saved, click on that, and then Open. A couple other tips and tools that you can use. So in order to zoom in, you click View at the top, and then you have the option to zoom in. And then if you want to move your image around, you're going to use the hand tool down here, lower left, you click on it, your cursor is going to look like a hand, and now you can move it around. So if I wanted to zoom in and just focus on his head, then I would zoom in, and then I'd use the hand tool to drag down. Okay, so I'm just going to demo how to complete the head of Bart Simpson, just so I don't hold you all hostage for too long, because I really want to see what you all are going to do. So open up pen tool. I also need to make sure that I'm drawing in a new layer. See over here, I just have one layer and it's the background. So I need to make sure that I'm not drawing on the background. So you go to Layer at the top, click New, New Layer, and now I'm going to see this new layer over here. Okay, so I'm in the pen tool, and as you recall, if you draw with your pen tool, it's just going to automatically fill in. But we need to make sure that we're color matching to our cartoon character. Let's see. To erase, you can Google this for your Chromebook, but on my end, I click Control-Alt-Z, and that's how I go back and undo the thing I just did. All right, so I got my pen tool, and I want to match this color. So you click on the rectangle that is currently the color of choice, and you will then have this option here to choose any color you want. The other option, when you're in this mode, you can then click on your actual drawing. See how my cursor is now like a plus? And if you click on the part that is the color you want to match, it will automatically match that color. Okay. So now I'm going to trace Bart's head with the pen tool. And as I'm drawing, or as I'm clicking, it's going to fill in his entire head shape. If I click it correctly, there we go. Down here. Don't be alarmed that you're covering the ears or the eyes up, because I will show you how to get those filled in as well. Okay. Getting his mouth. Okay. So this shape is done. If you want to see the progress of your drawing, you can actually temporarily remove certain layers so that you can see what your drawing looks like without layers. So the way you disable layers is next to your layer, like right over here where it says background, there's a little eye icon, And if I click that eye, that layer will disappear. So I know that this is what I have so far. Also, in order for me to properly capture the eyes, I actually need to disable this head shape layer because I can't see through it. So I'm going to disable it, create a new layer for the eyeballs, and go to Fill, click on the rectangle, color match to his eyeballs, and then I'm going to repeat, but I'm going to now trace his eyeballs. Okay, so now that I've done that, I can bring back that face shape. I can remove the background just so I can see what I have so far. Another thing you can do is you can drag and adjust where your layers are. So if I drag the eyeballs down underneath the face shape, you can see that the eyeballs are behind the face shape. So as you're working on your layers, if you realize, oh gosh, I accidentally drew this layer too far down, all you do is you grab it and then drag it up to where you want it to be. All right, so now I'll show you how to do the outlining. We need, yes, you guessed it, a new layer. The outlining layer needs to be at the top. I'm going to mute the rest of these layers so I can see. We're going to use the pencil tool. So you can adjust the size, oops, by clicking up here. There's an arrow and it'll have different sizes, different techniques. So you want your outlining to be relatively small and thin. I think that's a little too thick. Here we go. And then you're just going to do your best to go over these lines of your cartoon character, which, you know, it's going to be tricky because like I'm over here dealing with slow internet and
I need help, miss.
okay, got it. I'm almost done with the demo and then I would love to. So I'm just going to trace over Bart's face. This step, if this step looks wiggly and weird, that's okay. I just want all of us to be aware of the different options that we have with PhotoPea. And of course, you know, if we all had styluses and high-speed internet, this would be much easier. Oh, his hair is getting, I can unmute the other layers and get rid of my background and see that this is what I have drawn. It's not that bad. So you're going to use these techniques to draw your entire cartoon character. At the end, I would like you to create a new layer at the bottom. Use the pen tool. Choose any color you want for the background. And then use the pen tool to color in the background behind your cartoon character. Okay. So the pen tool, what you would do here, look at my screen and I'll show you on a new layer. So if you wanted to do a curve, you would just have to click more times. Let me do this in red so you can see. So if I wanted to do a curve, I would click here, but then I would have to click many times around that curve to make a curve shape. So I can see, you know, Jane's hair is flat at the bottom and then it curves up to the top. So I would start here, it goes down here, and then I would slowly click up the shape of her hair. So the more clicks, the more curved you can make it. I hope that answers your question.